everyone, it's the video number 3 of How Passion Works series. If you haven't watched my previous videos about passion, how passion works, where I've actually told you how actual passion worked for Ronaldo, how to passion work for Mark Zuckerberg, how passion worked for Bill Gates, how passion worked for Steve Jobs. If you haven't watched that video, you can watch it, and which link is in the description. And I have told you how you can make passion works for you. There are 5 rules for it, and I have uploaded now rule number 1 for it, which is actually part number 1. I have uploaded part number 2, which is actually rule number 2, and now it is part number 3, rule number 3, where you can actually make your passion work for you. So there we go with it. Rule number 3, start with a great story, as previous 2 rules started. So there we go with it. You know, guys, the United States Navy SEALs are the most elite warriors in the whole entire world. And you know, the one of the Navy SEALs were asked that, who actually becomes the Navy SEAL? Who will tell me the kind of person? Then that guy says, I can't tell you the kind of person who actually becomes the SEAL, but I can tell you the kind of person who didn't able to become. Then he said that a person who is showing his whole shoulder biceps with a huge bulging muscles, covered up with tattoo, trying to be so tough, just making people think so that he is tough, and always procrastinating, like delaying everything, and never do anything with himself, like every time he's taking help of people, not doing anything by himself, procrastinating every time. That guy never became a SEAL. And some of them who becomes Navy SEALs are the guys who are thin, who are skinny, who are unattractive, who are scrawny. They became. And all like this. Also, even when they are emotionally spent, physically spent, when they are having nothing, when they are not having anything, when they are completely lost, but still they have the energy, they have the wisdom, the willpower to help the person on the right of him and the left of him. That guy becomes SEAL. Only someone. You know why I'm saying that you should be this much capable of taking caring of the people, helping the people. Why? Let me tell you, the way the world is advancing, it is too dangerous, literally too dangerous and too difficult. You cannot able to do anything by your own self, just you, nobody else. No. Why? Let's suppose you are having no contact, no friend, nobody is there to help you out, help you in your difficult time. If you're not having anybody, and let's suppose you find a spark, at that point, what will you gonna do? Obviously, it all only look good in movie that the girl is there who's doing everything on herself. She is only doing. Nobody is helping and everything. It only looks good in movies, in fake life. But real life, it is not like it. You need help. And before, maybe I can say it was okay, but now it is not. World is advancing. And if you be no contact, no good relationship, not helping people, you are directly saying no. Okay, I'll do it. If you're offending people, the work will not gonna happen like it. If you find your spark, you're just about to reach there. Something gonna happen, the magical. But you need one help. And if that person will gonna help you, you will go so high. If that person will not help you, you will lose. And but if you're not having any good relationship, nobody will gonna help you. Nobody. And literally, here this thing stop. And one more thing which I actually wanna tell you, which is actually that people lots of time pretend that they don't need help. They're doing something, they're stuck in it, they're scared to do. They're not taking help. There are lots of people they are not taking help. Or they're asking one or two people, not much. And they're stuck now. Or they're doing, they're just doing roughly because it is not happening. They're scared to do something, they're scared. Excuses there. They're not able to do now. Stuck in it. But somehow, but they have to do it, so they're like doing roughly. Just they want to complete it, do it anyway. They're doing just like it. It literally it happened. They're just pretending that they don't need help. No, literally no. And even also time when people ask us, do you need help? Are you stuck in it? They say, no, I can do it on my own way. But they don't know that there are people who are thinking that you don't need help. Everything is in your own control. You don't need help. You don't need any help. So they are not helping you. But if when you wanna tell those people that, hey, I need help, can you please help me? You will find there are so many people who are ready to help you. They love you. They are having care for you. Yeah, that is what is the thing. They want to help you, but they were thinking so that everything is in your control. You don't need any help. But they are so good people. But this thing only will happen when you will help people, when you will actually not gonna offend people. So there should be a structure. Not saying that no, I'm not having time. No, there should be structure. Oh, I'm sorry, but I'm not able to do. I'm swamped. There's so many work, and whatever is coming on the way, I'm saying no because I have to complete it. It is urgent, so I'm so sorry for it. Please forgive me for it. Or you can say something like this in a great structure. Why? Because when you will say no directly, people will find it offensive and they will have an image of you that you are not a good person. You are so bad kind of person who is kind of doing scam, fraud, or you're the kind of person who is like, for a point, when you're having any work, you will talk in a good way. When you're not having any work with him, you're not having any kind of, you wanna like, do anything, you don't want to do anything with that person, you will be like saying with disrespect. You're that kind of person. They will have that kind of image for you. Why? Because you're not talking to them in a great way. So you should have a structure of saying, which actually matters. And you should know that how the situation is. You should know that when you have to say no, when you have to say yes. You should know this all things. And when a thing is offered, when you have to accept it, when you have to reject it, you should know these all things. If help is there, then you can say like, if you want to say yes, oh, thank you for so much for it. I was needing that. I was wanting that. Or if you want to say no, oh, I'm sorry, but I want to do it my own way because I'm not tried any time or something like that. You can say the great structure. Because then people will not find it offensive. Otherwise, people will find it, and finding offensive is not a small thing. Yeah. it matters. Even the best thing you can do while saying is you can create some kind of expression where it will show that you are literally having emotion on those words. So people will find it that, hey, you are the good person. You want to help that person, but you cannot help that because you are having so many things. And if I tell you something very interesting, you'll be like, hey, really, this happens? The thing is that I know lots of people, like, they were saying some kind of, were saying gossiping, like they were saying so many negative things about a kind of one person, and they want to reject that person, like they want to say no to that person for something. So they were saying so many bad things about him, about his behavior and lots of things. So when his that person's call came, and they just said something like it, oh, sorry. I'm sorry, but I'm not able to do because I'm having lots of work. I'm swamped with all, and my boss wanted this thing, and I just can't do anything I wanted to do. But sorry, please forgive me. He was literally was being so, like, he was pretending that he was so humble. Literally, he is not, but he's pretending that. And he was literally was saying some, like, in a way, with the emotions, with the expressions. Really. And after that, that person was literally was like, and what happened next? He was needing help, that person wanting help, and that person was not even like, hey, that person said no to me. The person was like, okay, he wanted to help me, but as he's having so many work, his boss has said to him to do it, and this whole thing. So he said, okay, he is a good person. He wanted to help me, but he was with so many problems, so he was not able to. And he had some good image about him. But that person was like gossiping about him, telling bad things about him, having a bad image of him. But still, that thing happened. How? Because the structure, the way you're saying it matters. So now I hope so you got the way. Even one more greatest part of this video, which is actually, if you get to know that the way you have to say no, the structure of saying no and yes, and take caring of the people, saying, like, helping the people right of you and left of you, and these all things, then it will be single most greatest skill that you have ever learned in your life. If you learn that skill of take caring of the people, helping the people, saying yes and saying no in a structure, if you get to know, it will be the single most greatest skill thing which you have ever learned in your entire life. It is not even said by me. It is even said by lots of high authorities and lots of experienced people who are having experience of more than 40 and 30 years. So that is what is the thing, and you can think so that how much importance it is having. Hope so you got it and you're gonna follow.